On the farm tonight, we've all been dealing with the heat, and while we can escape to some air conditioning, there's no relief for area farm fields, and that is having a huge impact on the way things are being done on local farms. WFXR's George Noliff is on the story for us tonight. He joins us live in studio. Hey, George.
Hey, Drew, ever have anyone tell you it's not the heat, it's the humidity?
I've heard it once or twice.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee whoever says that is not a livestock farmer. How y'all doing there, folks? There's a whole lot of brown out there in farm country these days. Things getting a little crispy, fields are getting dry. And it's all because of the hot weather and lack of rain we've had so far this summer. Our region is one of the top cattle producers in the Commonwealth. Dry pastures have forced area farmers to pivot.
Johnny Divers raises beef cattle in Bedford County. He's one of the owners of Chapel Creek Farms.
We base on pasture management, grazing cattle 300 days out of the year.
What are you doing, girl? Huh?
Now, Divers, like a lot of other farmers, is dealing with drought.
Weather is one thing we cannot control.
Those dry conditions affect the pastures his herds feed on. Now, despite the lack of rain, Divers says his cattle are going to have enough good pasture to make it through the summer.
As of right now, we have enough pasture to get us through the summertime because we don't overstock our pastures for this reason. Every year is different. Every farm's different. But if you overstock in early spring, you can pretty much guarantee yourself you will run out of pasture in the summertime if you go into any sort of a drought.
Farmers have to pivot a lot. Divers says if that means rotating herds from pasture to pasture or leaving some fields uncut or untouched, then that's just how it is. He'll just keep on adjusting because sooner or later, the weather has to change.
But it will eventually rain and everything will go back to growing.
Now, another thing cattle farmers have to factor in is herd hydration. My buddy Johnny Divers there, you saw him in the story, he says when it gets hot and dry, he makes sure his cattle have at least 2 sources of water in whatever pasture they're in. And it's got to be a lot of water because each head of cattle, get this, can drink up to 40 gallons a day. Individual cow bull, 40 gallons of water.
That is a lot of water.
Yeah, it's
George,
a lot of water.
The question I think most of us have here, will this impact the prices at the grocery store when it comes to meat?
Probably not, at least not locally, if we get some rain soon. Now, local cattle farms have made the adjustments to get through a short drought. The thing that could complicate that is overall U.S. cattle numbers are currently down. That could have some price impact in other regions of the country. That could have a ripple effect here. You know, just one more reason to buy local where supply and prices still very good.
Yeah, another reason I don't like the heat out there that much. Thank you, George.